Hey, good morning, guys. This morning is August 16th, 2016. And today we're going to talk about why we put ourselves through so much heartache. If you know who I am, you know me, that I've been through a couple relationships in my 40 years of living. I've had a couple girlfriends. I've probably, if I look back, I can say I've probably been through about 3 different heartaches, heartbreaks, I should say. And each time I kind of wonder, why in the world do I do this to myself again? Why am I putting myself through this again? And one of the things I've realized is, as I get older, is we as people are not designed to be alone. When God formed the earth and brought man to earth, he first made man and then he made woman. And he realized that man was not good alone. Man needed a partner. Man needed somebody else. And this is, I think, something biological that is very difficult for us to understand. A lot of times we'll go through heartache and we'll go through the pain, and we're thinking, man, why do I want to do this again? You know, I'm just better off alone. In fact, I talked to quite a few people during my lifetime, during my weeks sometime, that are going through a breakup or have gone through a breakup, because I like to share my story and I like to try to help them understand things better and learn things that I've learned. And one of the things I hear quite often is, man, I'm never going to do this again. I'm going to be single the rest of my life. I'm better off single. And this happens for a couple of months, and then they happen to meet somebody great, and you go to remind them of all that, and they're like, oh, well, you know, there's always an excuse. But I'm always amazed how much we are willing to put our heart through even after a breakup. And the simple fact is, we are designed not to be alone. In the jail system, one of the biggest punishments that a prisoner can go through is solitary confinement. Now, of course, that's not a relationship with a woman, so it's a little bit different. But solitary confinement basically removes the person for 23 and a half hours a day from all other people, and it leaves them with this loneliness and this emptiness that even we seek with our friends and our companions and the people that we work with on a daily basis. In fact, I work from home. I have for the last, I think, about 20 years now. Yes, I have the dog stuff, but that's not my full-time job. And I will be honest with you, sometimes it is very lonely being alone, working from home. You know, there's times when I'm not really busy at work, and it's like, okay, it's kind of quiet here, and I find myself, you know, texting a friend real quick, hey, you know, how you doing? Just to, you know, just for that companionship. But the fact is, we are not designed to be alone. And as much as we want to try to fight that, it simply comes back to us learning to put ourselves out there again, and us, you know, taking that risk again of basically trying to meet somebody so we're not alone. And I think the harder we fight that, the harder we lie to ourselves and say, oh, you know what, I don't need anybody, or hey, I can do this by myself, the more we find that we're alone. If you don't believe me, let's look at the internet, Facebook, Twitter, all these social media sites. They're the largest sites on the internet. Why? Because they connect people. Sometimes that can be a good thing, sometimes that can be a bad thing. But the fact of life is, we really need each other. On dating sites, here's another example. Dating sites are really huge. You have Match.com, you have Plenty of Fish, you have all these online dating sites. Why? It's because they bring people together, because people don't want to be alone. But the problem is, we kind of go through these phases where we're hurt and we want to meet somebody, so we put ourselves out there, and then we get our toes stepped on, or we start to meet somebody and they don't turn out to be this great person we want, and so we go back into hiding again. So, you know, how do we avoid not being hurt? The simple fact is, there is nothing we can do to avoid the simple fact that there's a risk of getting hurt. You know, whether you've been married for 10 years or whether you've been married for, you know, 10 months, there's always the fact of getting hurt. Whether you meet this amazing person and you guys just totally click and you date for 10 months, there's still the risk of getting hurt. And the reason being is, we as people, we are not perfect. A lot of times we go into a relationship maybe for the wrong reasons, or we go into a relationship with somebody that we think is this great person, that we're not really seeing the whole picture. Other words, we kind of see them with rose-colored glasses. The first part of relationship is always the butterfly relationship. This is where, you know, emotions and feelings are high. This is where you were using our eyes and our physical attraction more than our knowledge in our brain. In other words, it's kind of like we put our brain on a shelf and we don't think about this person as they really are. We kind of, you know, treat them with rose-colored glasses. So getting back to this topic, I apologize, I'm kind of getting off topic. There's really no way to really guarantee that we're not going to get hurt. One of the ways that we can try to kind of protect ourselves is we can take things slowly, not jump in too fast, not try to build the bridge too quick. In other words, building a bridge takes months and sometimes years, and sometimes we need to remember that in our relationship. Sometimes it's simply not sharing your feelings too soon. In other words, not sharing that you love the person too much. Recently, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she started dating this guy, and within, I think, a month and a half, he's already saying he loves her. And I kind of scratched my head on that one, and I'm thinking, okay, what kind of love is he talking about? Is he saying he loves her the same way he would say I love pizza? Or does he really have that agape love, that really deep-founded love? And most likely it's not that deep-founded love, because true love takes time. In fact, true love also takes suffering, takes going through hard times. When I talk to couples a lot of times and they say, man, I truly love this person, a lot of times it's followed up because they were there for me when I lost this person or when I went through this. And that's a kind of true love. The second thing we can do to kind of protect ourselves is be that person's friend before we jump into this whole relationship thing. And this is kind of difficult, especially with dating. A lot of times we think dating means it's a guarantee of a relationship. Because we date somebody, that means we need to just jump into the relationship with the person, and that's really not the case. So be the person's friend, hang out with them, do things with them on a regular basis, learn about them in a friendship kind of mode. Yes, you can have interest. Yes, you can think about the future. Yes, you can be excited about what the future holds with that person. That's perfectly understandable. It's perfectly human to do those things. However, don't classify it as a relationship until you really know them on a friendship level. Because isn't that really what we want in the end? We want a best friend, we want a lover, we want the whole picture, but it really starts with that best friend. So anyways, hey, I just wanted to send you guys a little bit of word of encouragement. So, you know, if you're going through a hard time, if you're going through a breakup, if you're thinking, oh man, there's no way you can love again, or you're never going to meet anybody again, or your heart's not going to let anybody in, man, don't buy that, because it's going to happen. You're going to love again. You're an amazing person, and you deserve somebody amazing. I'm just saying, protect your heart. Do what you need to do to protect yourself. Take these steps. Get to know the person before you jump in. Call them your friend. Call them your best friend before you call them anything else, and that will definitely help you. So as always, thank you for tuning in today's vlog. I really appreciate you guys. Remember, subscribe to my videos, like this on Facebook, share this on Facebook. I love your guys' support. I love your guys' comments. Keep your comments coming. Keep your ideas coming. I am always looking for new ideas and new topics to talk about. So if you have any, share them with me. Have a great Tuesday. Have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.